The early evening air hung heavy with the scent of salt and nostalgia as Tommy stood at the edge of the dock, preparing his small fishing boat for another night on the Thames. Shadows stretched beneath the iconic Tower Bridge, where the bustling city above faded into a distant hum, giving way to the soothing rhythm of the river. He tugged at the knot in the net, recalling days gone by when his father taught him the secrets of the tide. Each ripple told a story, every wave a memory. Tommy's weathered hands moved with familiarity, his heart entwined with the currents he had navigated for decades. Yet tonight felt different, as a strange chill whispered through the air. A sensation, almost electric, stirred in his chest, urging him to listen more closely. He leaned over the edge of the boat, peering into the dark depths below, searching for answers in the water's whispers. Tommy sat in his small boat, the gentle sway of the Thames beneath him stirring memories like the ripples on the surface. He closed his eyes for a moment, allowing the sounds of the water to transport him back to his childhood. He could almost hear his father's voice, rich and melodic, recounting the tales of the river's secrets. They would cast their lines together, the two of them laughing as the sun warmed their backs, the air filled with salt and stories. Each bend of the river held a lesson. Every tide brought wisdom. Tommy remembered how his father taught him to read the water, how to sense the shifts and swells, respecting the currents that held both fish and fleeting moments. Those days under the watchful eye of Tower Bridge were more than lessons in fishing. They were lessons in love, loss, and the fleeting nature of time, paving the path for Tommy's heart to wander toward reconciliation with his own dreams. As twilight descended upon the Thames, a chill crept through the air, wrapping around Tommy like a shroud. The sounds of the bustling city above softened, replaced by the gentle lapping of water against his boat, creating an ethereal ambience. Tommy leaned back, feeling the weight of the day slip from his shoulders, and listened closely. Uncertainty settled in as he began to discern faint whispers, barely more than a breath, drifting from the depths of the river. "Am I imagining this?" he wondered, peering into the darkening waters where shadows danced like phantoms. The whispers grew clearer, weaving tales of joy and sorrow, echoing through time and space. Each syllable wrapped around his heart, awakening something long dormant within him. Tommy cast his line into the murky depths, his pulse quickening. Tonight felt different, charged with a potent energy that hinted at stories waiting to be uncovered. Little did he know, the river was stirring to reveal its secrets, calling him deeper into its mystery. As Tommy steadied his boat with practiced ease, a sudden, powerful tug jolted him from his reverie. His heart raced as he instinctively pulled the line with both hands, anticipation coursing through him. Instead of the familiar resistance of a fish, something entirely unexpected broke the surface. An ornate locket, glistening beneath the waning sunlight. Confusion mixed with intrigue as he examined the object, its intricate design hidden beneath layers of mud. Gently, he wiped it clean, revealing not just metal, but a connection to the past. Opening it cautiously, Tommy discovered a faded photograph of a young couple, their smiles bright against the passage of time. As the whispers swirled around him, urging and insistent, he felt their longing, their joys and sorrows entwining with his own heart. The air thickened with stories yet untold, drawing him deeper into a narrative far greater than his solitary existence beneath the bridge. Tommy gently wiped the locket clean, revealing intricate engravings that sparkled faintly in the dim light. As he opened it, he caught sight of the photograph inside. A young couple with bright smiles, their eyes brimming with promise. He could almost hear their laughter echoing above the whispering currents of the Thames. The image tugged at something deep within him, evoking memories of long-forgotten dreams and unspoken wishes. The whispers grew more insistent, coaxing him into their narrative. As if propelled by the river's magic, he found himself transported to a time when the couple stood beneath Tower Bridge, exchanging sweet nothings and dreams under the watchful gaze of the stars. Their love was palpable, a vivid tapestry woven with hope and longing. Tommy felt an undeniable connection to their story, realizing that their fleeting moments of joy mirrored his own, both lives intertwined with the ever-flowing river, destined to be etched into the tapestry of time. The whispers grew clearer, weaving through the cool evening air, wrapping around Tommy like the embrace of a long-lost memory. He could almost see them, a vibrant young couple, standing in the shadow of Tower Bridge under a sky painted with stars. Their laughter floated from the river, buoyed by the promise of new beginnings. He listened intently as the whispers recounted their first meeting, a chance encounter that felt preordained beneath the iconic arches. They were dreamers, filled with hopes of a shared future, their hearts intertwined like the currents of the Thames. Tommy could hear the strength in their voices, the way they spoke of love's resilience in the face of the world's chaos. He felt a deep yearning to know their names, to capture their essence and preserve it like the treasures of the riverbed. With each fragment of their story, Tommy found himself reflected in their journey, stirred by the echoes of love that still resonated through time. As the whispers swirled around him like a haunting melody, Tommy's heart ached with understanding. He could sense the couple's joy morphing into despair as the current of fate dragged them apart. He pictured their laughter, vibrant against the backdrop of Tower Bridge, now drowned in silence. Tommy recalled the story of their separation, brought on not by a lack of love, but by circumstance, a war perhaps, or an unforeseen tragedy that wrenched them from their dreams. With each sigh of the Thames, Tommy felt the weight of his own choices creep in, echoing the couple's lost moments. He had once allowed obligations to swallow his own dreams, choosing survival over passion. As the water lapped gently at his boat, he understood that time was relentless. The river, with its unyielding flow, spoke volumes about seizing the fleeting opportunities life offered. The couple's tale intertwined with his, urging him to confront his own unfulfilled aspirations before they faded like so many ripples on the water's surface. Tommy sat in his small boat, the gentle sway of the Thames mirroring his thoughts. The couple's bittersweet story lingered in his mind, intertwining with his own memories. He recalled the dreams he once held, adventures he deferred in the name of responsibility, the fishing industry reliant on the tides of need rather than whim. As the whispers continued to echo, he recognized the familiar ache of missed opportunities, like shadows beneath the water's surface. What might his life have looked like if he had chased the passions of his youth instead of the practicalities of survival? Each choice had woven a tapestry of regrets, yet it also revealed the threads of love and duty he cherished. Inspired by the couple's undying hope, Tommy understood that acknowledging his own heart's desires could honor their dreams. He resolved to ensure the stories he gathered were not only remembered but celebrated, for beneath the bridge, every life held both beauty and wonder. The whispers grew more insistent, swirling around Tommy like the gentle ripples on the Thames. He closed his eyes and leaned back against the boat, letting the voices wash over him. They spoke of dreams nurtured and ambitions dashed, weaving a tapestry of the couple's memories that resonated deeply within him. Every story shared was a thread connecting them, a reminder that lives intertwined beneath the grand structure of Tower Bridge. He thought about the generations of his family who had cast their lines into the same waters, their hopes and struggles reflected in the currents. Tommy realized that the tales of love and loss were not just remnants of the past. They shaped the very essence of who he was. With newfound clarity, he understood that sharing these stories would not only honor the couple's legacy, but also illuminate the paths of those who still wandered, seeking purpose in the ebb and flow of time. The whispers grew more insistent, wrapping around Tommy like a fog rolling in from the river. Each murmur seemed to pulse with urgency, urging him to honor the couple's dreams and their lost love. The realization struck him. Their story was not merely a relic of the past. It was a resounding call to action. He envisioned the faces of the locals, their lives echoing with similar tales and memories, waiting for an opportunity to connect. Tommy's heart raced as he contemplated gathering them all together, right where it had begun, beneath the grand arches of Tower Bridge. What if he could create a night of storytelling, an homage to the dreams woven through time? Perhaps, he thought, sharing this tale could reignite the flickering flames of hope in others, reminding everyone of the bonds that tied their lives to each other and to the river. With purpose surging within him, he prepared to reach out, ready to weave their stories into the fabric of the community. Inspired by the deep connection he felt with the couple's story, Tommy started to envision a gathering beneath Tower Bridge, where the whispers of the past could meld with the voices of the present. The sun had set, and the soft glow of lanterns began to light up the riverside, casting a warm embrace over the chilly evening air. He reached out to friends and fellow fishermen, sharing the tale that had unfolded in his heart and inviting them to be a part of something special. As word spread, the local community embraced Tommy's idea with open arms, each person eager to lend their own memories and experiences. On the night of the gathering, the atmosphere buzzed with anticipation. Laughter and chatter floated over the Thames, a symphony of voices that signified not just a connection to the past, but also a shared journey of dreams and hopes. Tommy stood at the riverbank, a smile spreading across his face as he felt the spirits of the lost couple urging him forward, ready to honor their legacy with his friends gathered by his side. As twilight deepened, the gentle glow of lanterns flickered to life beneath Tower Bridge, casting a warm embrace over the gathering crowd. Tommy stood at the center, heart racing with anticipation as faces lit by candlelight turned expectantly towards him. He took a deep breath, feeling the whispers of the Thames swirling around him, urging him forward. With the locket safely tucked in his pocket, he began to recount the love story of the couple he had discovered. His voice trembled slightly at first, but as the words flowed, so did the memories of his own life, weaving seamlessly into the narrative. Each twist and turn of their journey resonated with the listeners, drawing them into the fabric of hope and dreams long forgotten. As the tale unfolded, he noticed tears glistening in the eyes of some, while others shared soft smiles, each one recognizing their own stories reflected in the couple's love. The air was thick with connection, a reminder that beneath the city's hustle, the Thames held a wealth of shared experiences, waiting to be uncovered. The community gathered beneath Tower Bridge, their faces illuminated by the warm glow of lanterns swaying gently in the evening breeze. Tommy stood at the forefront, the locket clutched in his hand, heart racing as he began to share the couple's story. A hush fell over the crowd, the air thick with anticipation and shared memories. As he spoke of their love, laughter, and longing, listeners found parallels in their own lives, echoes of joy and heartache resonating in the tales they shared. One by one, voices emerged from the crowd, weaving their own stories of triumph and loss. Each anecdote became a thread in a tapestry of human experience, igniting connections between strangers who had once been alone in their struggles. Tommy watched in awe as the laughter and tears intertwined, filling the air with a healing balm that wrapped around them like the embrace of the river itself. At that moment, he understood the true power of stories. They had the ability to unite souls, transcending time and loss, beneath the ever-watchful gaze of Tower Bridge.